All right, welcome back to the channel. It's been a while since I posted anything about the Diamond or posted really a long video in general. Basically, back in May, I went to Twisted Tailgates with the truck with all intentions of testing and getting a good video out. And we got to make one pass. And at 1,000-ish feet, pop, lost crank signal again. So I will add that video clip in here. We went on personal best by a lot, and it hit a safety at like probably right at the stripe. So we went 124 60 foot, which is a personal best. We went a 5.4 to the 8th mile, which is another personal best, and then we went 8:53 at 154. And like I said, it popped right. So came home from Twisted Tailgates, and I was very annoyed. That's like the third crank sensor that I've put in the truck, and it just keeps doing the same thing. So I had family vacation planned, so I said, you know what? Take a break, gonna go away, deal with the truck when we get home. So went away on vacation, had a great time. While I was on vacation, FL2K tickets opened up, and I decided we're going. So I got into FL2K. We're gonna be going there for their shootout, the streetcar shootout class. So very excited about that. Come home, start to decide, what am I gonna do with the truck? What's the fix here? What are we gonna do? Are we gonna do a crank trigger? What are we gonna do? Ultimately, I was like, no, I don't know if I wanna go through all the work of a crank trigger. I'm gonna get the adapter to put a Holley sensor in. So I did that. In the meantime of that happening, I was looking over the truck because I thought everything was good and I was gonna go take it to the track, and I noticed the head gasket was pushing out of it. So that ensued us pulling the head gaskets. We got the gasket off, and as you can see, she was probably going to come apart. I'm pretty confident in saying that. So this was a great catch. I'm glad. I was looking over the truck and I found it. The cylinder head looks perfectly fine. I don't see anything wrong with that. So I am going to get a razor blade and just scrape off the surface of the head, scrape off the block. I'm gonna put a straight edge on the block and just make sure that the block doesn't have like a dip there or something. And that is why this keeps happening. I don't think that's the case, but yeah, for tonight, I'm just gonna work on cleaning everything up now, and tomorrow we'll work on putting the new gaskets on. I have them on the bench over here. I bought these before we went down to Rockingham because I thought we had a head gasket issue then. So I got some new gaskets here. All right, so I changed my mind like normal, and now we're pulling the passenger side apart. And the reason for that is we have 3 races left this year because I just added another race that I wasn't planning on going to, but then they opened up a little gangsters class and I decided to hell with it. Let me see if I can get in, and I did. So we have Streetcar Takeover, Maple Grove, August 14th and 15th. Then we are now racing at the Yellow Bullet, September 4th through the 6th for the Little Gangsters class that they're doing. So we got into that, and then we finish out the year at FL2K, and that'll be the last race. I'm done after that. But there's a lot of changes I want to make that are big changes, I would say, to the truck, as far as like cutting the front end off and stuff like that, and tubing the front end and whatnot. So I want to have plenty of time to do that. So FL2K is going to be our last event, but with 3 events left, I really want to know that this motor is going to be good. So we're going to do both side head gaskets. We're already here. We already have time. So if I can't race this weekend, that's okay. I would like to. I think there's a good chance that we still can. But I'm gonna work on pulling apart the passenger side now and getting this head cleaned up. And then we're gonna throw 2 new gaskets in both sides, get everything retorqued down, and go from there. So I'm gonna quit yapping. Right, so we're back out here in the garage. It is super hot again. If my fan's noisy and messes up the audio, I don't care. It's over 80 degrees in here. It's miserable, honestly. And tomorrow racing, if we make it there, is gonna be miserable as well. They got these Canadian wildfires, I guess. The whole outside is just like a smoky haze. It smells like a campfire. It's not enjoyable. So we're gonna try and get this thing back together and ready for tomorrow. We'll see if we make it or not. I gotta do the rocker arms yet, the push rods, get all that stuff tidied up, and then get the headers on it, plugs in it, and intake and all that stuff. So I'm gonna quit rambling and find my tripod. There it is, and get to work. So let's roll. All right, let's try and start. So everything seems to be okay, no leaks. The one issue that we do have is the V-band over here on the driver's side. It's not tight all the way. I'm gonna have to deal with that tomorrow. I might have to see if I can overnight or find someone that has the right V-band, because that one is not right for it. And it's leaking at that flange. So this O2 sensor is reading way leaner. So we definitely need to get that fixed in order to race tomorrow. But otherwise, everything else seems pretty happy with it. I'm gonna do a static timing check tomorrow morning. And then, yeah. So it's gonna do it for tonight. At least it runs. Everything sounds okay otherwise, other than that major exhaust leak. But that's just a V-band clamp that we have to get. So hopefully someone that I know has one. And do a little recap, catch us up to speed. So got the head gaskets done, as you guys saw. Got that exhaust leak fixed. That was terrible. Got a clamp the next day, got that fixed. Was getting ready to go to the track, did an oil change. Everything was going good, and decided to do my static timing check. And it's a good thing I did. It was not right. So did what I thought would fix it. Loaded a new tune in it. Started up. Did it again. Still wasn't right. So I was like, all right, call my tuner. So called my tuner. He looked into it. We're both of us messed with it for about 2 hours on the phone and through TeamView, you know, everything that goes into it. And finally he's like, look, he's like, I don't know what's going on with the thing. But the truck just, it didn't sound right either. And it didn't rev nearly as smooth and crisp as it did, you know, previously. So long story short, he said, you know, order a crank trigger and let's get this thing squared away and get it, you know, back to the track. So that's what I did. Ended up, he recommended a crank trigger. So ordered that day and finally got it this week all together. Had to do a couple little things like extend the wiring harness because the factory sensor is obviously on the passenger side of the block. The crank trigger now is on the very front of the block on the driver's side. So had to make a wire for that. Thankfully, a buddy of mine helped me do that, which very thankful for that. So got the truck running, had all intentions of tonight going to Maple Grove to test for streetcar takeover and just get the truck back at the track, because it's been since May was the last time it made a pass when the crank trigger issue continued. So was really hoping to get to the track tonight to check that out, but sadly Mother Nature had other plans and we ain't gonna be able to go because they canceled it. So I'm gonna wrap this video up. It's been all over the place, kind of hodgepodge the last couple months of where we're at, but we have 3 events left for this year. We have Streetcar Takeover Maple Grove, Yellow Bullet Nationals, and FL2K. So I am very hopeful that we can get this thing, that it's all squared away now. We have a private test session right before Streetcar Takeover this coming up Thursday, so hopefully we'll find out there if everything's fixed. If not, we got one day to fix it, so we'll come home and rip it apart. But I hope that's not the case. Anyway, I'm rambling here. Thank you guys so much for watching, and be sure to check us out on social media, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, all Broken Budget Racing. And if you would like to buy some merch and help support me, it'd be great. I got hats, $30, t-shirts are $25, and hoodies are $35. It's gonna be cold before you know it, even though I'm sweating out here right now. Yeah, so if you'd like to buy some merch, hit me up and I can get some shipped out to you. And yeah, that's gonna do it for now, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you at the track soon.